Hey everyone, it is Robyn, Ellis here, coming to you live at Advancing Health Naturally with our special guest you all know and love, Helga Dalla. Welcome, Helga.
Thanks. It feels funny being interviewed on the other side.
I know it would be. So we've got Helga here. She's going to share with us her magnificent journey with rheumatoid arthritis and activating her life. As you all know, Helga is the founder of advancinghealthnaturally.org. She's also a photojournalist and has written a book series, Twins of Australia. So loves taking her photographs. She's also very inspirational on the health and wellness side, as you all know. We've all come here to this tribe because of Helga. So yeah, Helga started it. So before we get into it, I don't want to take up too much time here. I just want to get straight into the questions. I want to share our disclaimer that we make no claims to treat, cure, prevent or mitigate any disease. And when our oxidative stress is reduced, our bodies are free to do amazing things. So we'll start, first of all, by allowing Helga to speak. So Helga, would you share with us what your life was like before you found NRF2?
Sure. Well, wow, it's been a big journey. My life before I found NRF2, I was out there living a happy life, photojournalist. I was travelling Australia for 6 years, photographing and meeting beautiful families and documenting them in a series of twins books called The World of Twins. And out of the blue, unexpectedly, we had a traumatic experience in my life. My husband was had to have a quadruple bypass. And I think the shock of that may have triggered my rheumatoid arthritis. So that was March 2015. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. I thought it was Ross River fever. And I had one strand saying it was positive, but all the blood tests, the doctor said, you've got rheumatoid arthritis. And I said, oh, well, okay, how do we fix that? Sorry, love, you've got it for life. I said, what? So then I did some research and he said they usually treat it with a chemo type of medication. Having lost my previous partner to cancer, lung and a brain tumour, I just didn't want to go near medication, seeing the reactions and what it actually did to his body. And the methotrexate is a mild chemo, so I just resisted that. Resisted it so bad that, it got worse and worse over time. My joints were affected. I couldn't cut my food. I remember going to restaurants with my husband, sitting there, having to pass my plate over and having him cut it up. Filling the car up at the petrol station took me forever just to push that pump, and driving, the agony in the wrist, just turning the wheel. Not to mention the sleepless nights, not being able to put on my running shoes and go for a walk. So, yeah, I was in a pretty bad way. Yeah, so life was amazing, and then it just flipped upside down. Yeah.
Sounds like
and it's a very hidden disease because people don't know you're going through that. Because people can't see the story. I was actually seeing a naturopath at the time, not going to take medication, to a point that I actually had to start on the methotrexate because the disease was sort of taking control. And then 2 months into it, I saw a post from my gorgeous friend G, but it was just something about this little yellow pill, and I thought, no, that's turmeric, and you shouldn't be saying all these fluffy things that turmeric can help, because I had been inundated and I had tried turmeric shots. Everyone said, do you want put it with pepper? So I was having turmeric shots. I was having turmeric smothered all over my turmeric tea, turmeric latte. I can't stand turmeric now. And herbal tablets as well, and spending like $1,000 on Metagenics products, and one being a very concentrated turmeric. So I had no reprieve from turmeric. So I just rang her up to, you shouldn't be doing that, which ended up in a coffee. And we got chatting, and she connected me with people sharing their testimonials, just like we do here in the group. And for the first time, I got super, super excited. Yeah, I thought, I'm going to give this a go. Yeah.
So you must have had that turmeric stain going on in your tongue. You know how you're drinking a turmeric latte, just on the side note of turmeric and all that.
I can't stand the flavour anymore.
So, Helga, what has been your results on NRF2?
Oh, sort of incredible. I guess it would have been about week 3 that I noticed I was able to get out of that depressed state, because I was in a terrible depressed state, not being able to do anything and in chronic pain all the time. So the first thing was having clarity in my mind, and the painkillers, I was living on 8 to 10 Nurofen a day, popping them, and in the middle of the night just to get me through to the morning. And 3 weeks and I could stop my Nurofen. And if that in itself is not enough, so I just continued to take it. And then about 8 weeks into it, I said to my husband, because I was just feeling, it's a really weird feeling. I can't quite explain it. Everything just seems to, you feel happier, your moods are happier, and plus you think you're getting your life back. Where once I thought, oh my gosh, this is what my life's going to look like. How depressing. And when you get through that fog, and I remember it was between 8 to 12 weeks, because I'm a runner. I don't run now. I sort of honour my body and do gentler exercises. But I went and did a park run, and hubby says to me, no, don't do that. Maybe walk it, because he knows what I'm like. I don't do anything. A little bit. So I went to the local park run here, and I came back and sort of walked in and sort of welling up in the eyes, and Greg says, oh my goodness, what have you done? You've hurt yourself. And I just broke down crying with gratitude, because I actually ran the whole way. I said, no, wow. I ran the whole way. I said, in like 25 minutes. Can you believe that? I hadn't exercised at all for 18 months. So I don't know. So, yeah. So very happy
sure
I've been able to watch.
That can relate to that and may have comments to make on that in the comments. Whether you're watching this live or the recording, let us know in the comments if you too have your NRF2 activated and you've also felt that, what Helga just described, that running, and you just did it.
Yeah.
Like when you hadn't been exercising and you recovered really quickly, right? And, So do you take any other products, like supplements, probiotics, anything like that, to help with your health?
Well, as soon as I started the NRF2, I basically collected all the stuff I got from my naturopath and I just threw it away. And I saved from $1,000 to, what was it, $59 for a bottle. Like the difference. Yeah. That in itself was a no-brainer. But mainly for me, I don't supplement at all, because I believe there's good nutrition in food, but activation, yes. So I'll take the NRF2. I also have been taking the NRF1 for the mitochondria and for the boosting. So that's a powerhouse for the cells. So I get a lot more energy there. Also take a really good probiotic. And I believe we're also getting the probiotics soon in Australia, which is exciting. So I get that shipped from America, and I've also got another probiotic substitute here that I have, and fish oil, and that's about it. And that's, and just eating healthy.
Yep. Yeah. Excellent. Oh, and I know you use the essential oils because we went to that oils event. Everyone would have seen that the other week.
Yes, yes. Essential oils and cleaning up your environment, getting rid of toxins. It's been a whole shift for me, massive shift. Yeah.
Yeah. I can relate, getting rid of the toxins and that side of things, definitely. So did you know what oxidative stress was before you heard about NRF2?
I had absolutely no idea. No idea whatsoever. Not until I watched the ABC Prime investigative report that that G showed me, and I sort of looked at it and I thought, wow, we just go about our lives just in ignorance, really, that everything around us is creating oxidative stress and making us age faster and create more illness in our bodies. And I sort of I was only saying to a friend the other day, I said, why are we seeing young children with diseases that were typically for the older generation?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I see you now also sharing the product with others. Obviously, we share it here. So why did you decide to join LifeVantage?
For me, it was a no-brainer. There's been a lot of deaths in my family, including my father from bipolar and suicide. I see there's so much disease out there, and I'm sort of on a mission to help people. Like, I've done it, and I know that other people can heal themselves. There's not a one quick fix for everyone. Like our product, the NRF2 activator and NRF1 are incredible. They're a large portion, but they're not it's not the whole picture. The whole picture is, as you know, the juice cleansing, the clean eating, the cleaning, getting rid of your toxins, essential oils. It's my calling, I guess, to share with the world and help people, because we're here to live, not to suffer. Yeah.
And you do such a beautiful job of that, Helga. We'd like to thank you from all of us here at Advancing Health Naturally. So is there anything else that you'd like to share with anyone that is contemplating trying any of our products?
I would just say don't overanalyze. It. It's just five simple herbs. They're all natural. Sometimes we can get into overload, and I know what it's like, where you've got Jan saying, have you tried this? Have you tried that? And it's like all your friends are bombarding you. If you've got an ailment and you finally let people know you've got that, you get bombarded by everyone trying to suggest things. And I think the biggest thing is just to dig deep to your heart. Like, when this was presented, I just had a calling. It was for me. I just knew that. So I think don't overanalyze it. It's only herbs. Just try it for 3 to 6 months and give it a go. And what if? Just what if that is exactly like you need? And you can't put a price on your health. Yeah. So I'd say give it a go. What if?
Yeah. Yeah. And even with like the internet now and Facebook and all the social media, there's so much out there that you can research. So definitely give it a go. So good question. My thought was to go and see if there's anyone that had any questions that are watching. So if we've got any questions showing up from anybody. Got a beautiful
thank you and a rose and a hello and a heart and hi ladies. No questions as such. I'll just wait for a quick minute. Does anyone have any other questions?
And also, if you do want to know more about the products that we just mentioned, reach out to the person who introduced you to the Advancing Health Naturally tribe. If you cannot remember who that person was, then certainly reach out to Helga or myself. We can look it up and find out and reach back to that person that introduced you to the Advancing Health Naturally tribe. And if you know of anyone who would enjoy this group, feel welcome to invite them to join us here, because we'd love to embrace them into the group and share with them all that we're learning and all that we do, and the gratitude and the love that we give to each and every one of you that comes in here to the tribe. So, yeah. Wonderful,
wonderful. I was only thinking the other day, maybe we should do another one of those 28-day healing things.
Funny about that, because my daughter said to me this morning, yesterday, Mummy, you should do that cleanse again. So yeah, maybe we should.
Maybe we should, yeah. Yeah, we'll have a think about that. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Maybe Australian autumn, spring. It'll be spring in the northern hemisphere and autumn in the summer, fall. So maybe we could do one for that time of the year.
Sounds
so about
good.
To change the seasons again.
Fantastic. Yeah. We'll put our thinking caps on and put something out there. If anyone's got any suggestions, a cleanse would be gold. Yes, we're working on that. Absolutely, absolutely. I've got the most gorgeous friend that actually has a cleanse program as well. So Rebecca, so we'll be doing some workshops and we'll be getting her on to share her magic as well.
And you all know that Helga is a coach and mentor in health. So reach out to her to find out what it is that she's doing behind the scenes too, because she's got some really exciting stuff happening. So you could be, getting some one-to-one help with Helga. So reach out to her and find out what she's up to.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I think we'll end it there. Thank you all for joining us today. If you have any questions watching the replay, then pop them in the comments and we'll reach back to you with our responses. And
thank you so much.
Share this around to those who, or tag your friends who are in the tribe to watch this. Okay.
Thanks Robyn.
Helga. Thank you so much for allowing me to interview you today.
Thank you. Right. See ya. Bye for now.
Bye.